Alright, we should be locked in, ready to go in a minute here. I'm in a whole different setup right now. Different room, different internet, different headset, so hopefully everything works. A little echoey in here. Just hanging out, waiting for stuff to get moving here. My mic sounds really terrible if it's too loud, if it's too quiet or something. Someone let me know. Private game has been created here. Alright, let me pull this banner off. So I am excited about this game today because it is two very, very good teams that are playing. On our leaderboard, they are team number 2 and team number 3 out of 14 teams in Java. Losqueso's number 2, Zin's number 3, but their records are exactly the same, so that's really just kind of a tiebreaker. They have the same record essentially. They are both 2-0 in terms of score. They've won both their matches. They won in Group 1 and they won in Group 2, and they both have 5 points. There's only one team above them, which is Clabs. Clabs is also 2-0, and they have 6 points, which means they won both of their games 3-0. But I am super, super excited about this one. So it's going to be me getting into this private game real quick. I'm going to have to hide that from snipers. I don't think anyone would snipe us anyway. First map is going to be Palace. Palace, obviously, on the Bedwars side of things, not the Egg Wars one. There's a Palace map on both of those game modes. It's funny, we have Team Zin in the game now, and Zin, I figured the same thing back in the day, a while ago, 3, 4 years ago. Zin was a CubeCraft clan that got founded. It's actually a friend of mine that founded Zin way back in the day. I haven't talked in a long time, but we used to hang out and play some games a lot back in the pandemic heyday, 2020, 2021, that kind of time. But it is funny to see that, although I don't actually recognize any of these names, that Zin is still up and working here. I like it. On the side of Zin, oh my god, they have a message that the Zin clan has arrived. I like that. On the side of Zin, let me pull this up, pull up our team stuff here, although I can actually see in chat. Zin is Zin Super, Zin Kobio, Zin 67, haha, and Zin NPC. On the side of Los Queso, our other team, I think that's Sanhino, Mr. Leans, Unroll, and Dismiss, DZMIS. I don't know how to say that. I try my best though. I have spectated Losqueso and some other games. They did real well. Very impressive. We will get rolling here. Both teams are ready, so we're going to start the private game. I will unpause as soon as our game is ready and joined and all of that. Although it seems like perhaps the wrong region was used on that one, so we're going to have to remake a private game, but everyone's ready, so that will not take long. Couple minutes. I am really curious with this game if Zin lives up to how I remember them, because they were pretty impressive back in the day. Had this whole Discord server with like recruiters. It was pretty fun. On the other side, though, like I said, I have watched Los Queso before, and they are a very impressive team. So I don't know enough about these specific players to say I would pick a team at this point. I think they both have a really good shot, and obviously, on the record side of things, they're exactly the same. So no difference there. See how the first game goes. I'm hoping for it to be competitive. Either team can win. Have a lot in the earlier stages of these games. Group stages like this, we have a lot of just kind of dominating appearances, but I'm hoping that's not what's going to happen here. Zin is back in our game. Los Queso is as well, so we will get started here in a couple seconds. Zin NPC said, Dean, I love you. Well, I love you too. Waiting for the last okay from everyone to get it started. I know these streams, maybe I should start streaming later. These always take a minute to go at the very beginning, but we are getting there. Still have this weird awkwardness with private games where I have to leave and then join back when the game starts, which is why I can't show you the very beginning of the game. But before long, we will get there. All right, let me switch up my screen here, and we are moving. So, Los Queso is orange, Zin is blue. Check out Los Queso base. They have just a little bit of clay right here. Not too much going on. Los Queso's a mid. I imagine at this point both teams are mid. You see no armor with Kobio, but still gets the kill with the axe. Axe is obviously being very strong if you don't get comboed out. Now you have these two armorless axe wielders. Very scary. Unroll might come in for the 2v1. Unroll obviously better geared here. Iron Sword is powerful, but against two axes where they can just back up and double fight you, it's real hard. I like the strategy here from Zen with the axes. This is interesting. I imagine Kobio's going to go down there, but no. Armorless Kobio lives forever. Sanhino coming in with the axe as well, gets that kill finally. I would imagine that Mr. 6-7 over here is going to have some diamonds to bring back. Been in mid a little bit. Axe should win against a wood sword. It's nothing crazy. You'd have a missed axe swing here into a couple crits. So you might have had Sanhino lose there, but they do get bailed out by Unroll. This is an iron axe actually from Kobio who goes down as well. Iron axe, no armor is interesting. I can't comment too much on how expensive things are in Bedwars because I don't really know that well. We do have immediately these nice cowboy hatted turrets up here protecting the bridge, make it a little more annoying to travel there for Team Zin over here. I should say Zin Clan, that's probably what they want to be called, but that's alright. Similar over here, have a little bit more expansive of bed defense from Zin. We have NPC moving in with chain armor. I was gonna say the best armor in the game right now, but that is no longer the case as Sanhino pulls up with iron armor, but they are just straight up ignoring NPC. In fact, there are two people here. See if NPC's able to get it. They do not have a pickaxe, at least not on hand right there, so they're not able to get the bed. They do build up, and we do have... I want to go see what our iron armor class is doing over there, but NPC gets a really, really good bed break there. TNT with the block to not get knocked back works perfectly. Mr. Lean's going to try to run away, but does not get away. So NPC, even if they die now, they have come away with a bed and a kill, but it doesn't look like they're really close to dying. Kobio's going to try to 2v1 there, but NPC decided to kill the turrets instead, which, I don't know, maybe that's your strategy. I imagine NPC goes down here, 2v1 against Sanhino's gear is not going to work, but very productive trip as actually Unrolled did die to Kobio. I didn't see that. So we have a 4v2 going on very quick from Zin. I think the majority of this game, I think the strategy at the beginning was definitely there from Zin. Which is the real reason. With the axes, the armorless axe wielders at mid just taking everyone out, that's really what turned this game. Just had the gear advantage from then on. Kobio gets another kill. I don't know if Kobio has worn armor this whole game, and they might have the most kills in the game. They do by a lot, so. I mean, you could have had the armorless win, but you bought armor at the end, so it doesn't count. I don't know about that. But, either way, first game, very quick win for Zin. I wouldn't say by any means that our other team, Losqueso, played bad, but it's competitive out here. Zin came in with a better strategy. They come out with a better strategy. That's what happened. So let me update our blue score over here. It's going to be 1-0 in favor of Zin. We played 3 games, but as we're still in a group stage sort of format, we will play 3 games no matter what. So even if Zin wins this game, we will have a third one. Gonna have to pause real quick. I shouldn't pause nearly as long as I did last time, but we'll still have to spectate here. Second map is going to be Factory. I have a private game made. We're just gonna let our 2 teams get in here. I am hoping a little bit for some more competitive play in this game. Maybe Losqueso will learn a little bit from that first game, find a way to counter that axe strategy. That's what I'm hoping for. Zin might have had a mishap there as they joined and then left, so hopefully they come back. See what happens. It looks like we might have a player switch potentially for Losqueso over here, as we have a ATW0 who's in our game here. See if anything changes over there. We have 7 out of 8 players in our lobby right now, so we are missing somebody somewhere, but hopefully they find their way in. Once that happens, we get the okay from both captains. We'll get started with game 2. I do pray that my mic is working because there has been no chat the entire stream, but OBS tells me it's working, so I trust it. I do. The Zin clan has arrived, and we have all 8 people here. So once again, once we get an okay, we will start off real quick. Countdown has begun. As soon as I'm into this game, I will take myself off a pause here and we'll get to watch game 2. And we are in. Alright, game 2, you see Factory. A little bit different of a map. I think Factory as a map plays pretty similar. We have these diamond gens off to the side. They're a little more accessible. we might have this strategy going down, the axe strategy coming from both sides. You see NPC comes in with a sword. A little different. It's totally player preference whether you like swords for the most part. And we just have a complete wipe from Xin. 2 kills. And then we're going to have a 2 or 3v1 in the last one. 6-7 does some diamonds here. Probably going to run back as opposed to taking this disadvantaged fight. Clean at the beginning, but Kobio does go down from Mr. Leans, and it is not. Kobio goes down again. Definitely more even to begin with, but you did have Xin escaping with the diamonds at the beginning. So it will be a little bit of a gear diff, but not too bad. And we see really immediately some aggression that we didn't see the entire last game from Losqueso here. Kobio's stuck, just going to get knocked off. I guarantee you they were not holding any blocks, so that was not going to go any other way. Unroll's going in. I was seeing the little bridge break here. Maybe if we were just trying to stall a little bit, but it does look like we are going to have a proper offensive from Losqueso. Not a single bit of armor on the entire side of Zen, although it looks like Unroll just took a little tumble. That might make it a little harder. Supers does have armor and will get crit a few, yeah, just immediately crit out. Couldn't even really get onto the island before it died. Not really a skill issue there, it's just when you're trying to jump on an island, if someone's sitting there right there with a sword, you're gonna get crit out and you're gonna die. It's gonna happen every single time, unfortunately. Leans is going to try to put the pressure on here. Looks like they may be out of blocks, though, having to mine some of their own blocks to build up back onto the staircase. Kobio is going to come down. Again, no armor, just gets flung off last time. We did see before that Kobio was just totally mowing everyone, had like 7 or 8 kills at the end of that game, but not quite the same thing here. We do have that, obviously let's case up adjusted a little bit. NPC does get past everyone, and there is nobody here. If they have a pickaxe, they might just get this bed right here. They do, and they do. That is really unfortunate, I think. Doesn't get any kills, but NPC just simply runs past everyone. When your bed defense is only 1 clay, that can't happen. Especially on a map like this where there's relatively enough visibility. NPC really shouldn't have been able to get past them. Just, not that this game's over by any means, but it means that if you're a Losqueso, you have to play miles more careful now, because any death is permanent. And this is not an egg war situation where you have prot 4 armor. This is a situation where even if you have armor, someone brings an axe, you're going to die in 3 hits. So you really, really do have to watch yourself a little bit. I can't tell much with my texture pack. I don't think we have any prot going on for anyone yet. Really good crits there from Unroll. Just NPC's going to have to run back immediately. Regen cap's going to help a little bit. I don't know what the punch in there is doing. Spending some time, I guess. Gonna try to catch someone alone. That's what happens. That's crits. ATW does get away. Have to be on 1 or 2 hearts there. Supers takes out Sanhino, though, even at the little bit of a gear disadvantage there. Unroll's gonna get 2v1. Gonna have to run as well. Does look like they're gonna get away, but they might have to turn around and get someone off a bridge. Otherwise, it's gonna be rough at base. You do have a totem here, though. Totem will make it easy. You have a totem and ATW, the one who got away on probably half a heart to maybe a heart and a half. Very low health there. Gets all the way back. Regen, totem, diamond sword. Gonna be able to hunker down a little bit now. Not sure what the platform here is about. Maybe he wants to put some pets down. Maybe just trying to build up. Oh, I actually had no idea Mr. Leans was up here. Got F5 sometimes. Check stuff out, I guess. This is a quite scary team right now on the side of Losqueso. These are all really, really good players, and they're all geared up. But what you have right now is while we're over here, you have 1 member of Zen holding all 3 of these people at their base, and the rest of Zen is farming. There's 4 diamond gens, 5 diamond gens at mid, including the center one. So this gear differential is going to last about 20 more seconds. NPC does drop down to be annoying, but it would be a little bit of a throw right now alone to just jump in. I don't see that happening until the gear backup arrives. Leans does get supers somewhat off the edge. NPC goes down to Unroll. I didn't see that one. Can't look at 2 fights at once, sadly. Gotta have like a Xbox split screen perspective here sometime. Kobio gets knocked down. First time I've seen Kobio in any reasonable amount of armor this whole game. ATW gets a knock, doesn't get him all the way off. Kobio lives, clutches, and then jumps off the edge. So you win some, you lose some, I suppose. Now we have Losqueso moving back into mid. They'll be a little more vulnerable, but they're also not sacking every single diamond to Xin, so kind of has to be done at some point. It looks like they still have a reasonable outgear. This Iron Axe is a lot less scary when it's not against leather armored foes, but, you know, make no mistake, it's still the most powerful weapon on the field right now. Brawl going on. ATW gets knocked out, so MPC gets a kill before going down. 67 is now getting 2v1'd. Gonna be hard. Lean switches out the regen hat. Supers comes in. Supers is outgeared. They do have a gap. See, Lean's is actually switching off the axe and the sword. That was some really good crits right there. Really solid combo. Lean's is going pretty crazy. Gonna have to back up now as we have Unroll going down as well. So although Leans is playing well, it is only this player left. Everyone else has gone down. MPC hits a pretty solid knock off the edge there. Good shot there. So that game was a lot more competitive. The breaking point of that game was just letting MPC run through. That's what it came down to. The NPC doesn't just run through there and get the bed for free, basically. You have no idea where that game's going to go. I think it was pretty even. I think you could argue that Losqueso played better PvP that game, that they fought better that game, that they generally had the advantage in that game. And I think they did, and I think they would have had a really, really good chance of winning that game if they didn't have just a random player get through and break the bed. Might also make an argument for having a little bit better of a defense there. Because when anyone has a pickaxe, a single block of clay is basically not there. Your bed's basically open. So a couple things to think about. Now Xin has officially won this round in terms of score. They will get the score for this game. However, if I look at the leaderboard right now, if I pull it up, we have 3 teams tied right now. We have Losqueso, we have Xin. Obviously Xin will take the lead after this. And we also have Operation Bedbreak, who are all at this exact same scenario where they're 2-0 with 5 points. So this game for Losqueso, even though they lost the first 2 and they've lost this score, this game absolutely matters. So we will see what happens here. Once again, we are waiting on one person. Oh god, there's Zen in my chat too. Zen's everywhere. Everyone is in this game, so we will be getting moving as soon as we can. Last map we're going to be playing is Overgrown. Like I said before, it is 2-0, so the match is decided in terms of who will get the score, but again, absolutely matters still. We are in. Got a little earlier this time. We see Xin, quick bridges to mid, again, no armor, axes all around. Similar thing going on from Case over here, but Santino is the only one who comes in quickly. Unroll and Leans are going to pull up with armor. Or at least Leans has armor, Unroll actually doesn't. Leans gets a kill there. Unroll scares off NPC who's going to run back. And we're going to see perhaps another just immediate charge towards the bed. We have wood on the bed, which is interesting because everyone carries axes on Java for PvP anyway. So wood is not doing a ton aside from just making people switch tools. But it's not like clay where you might catch someone without having a pickaxe. NPC runs again, running back now, gonna probably try to get someone off the edge here. Leans does notice though. Got just a little bridge fight going on. 6-7 tries to get a good crit. If that was the new gen hammer, Maybe that would have done a lot of damage with the jump height, but unfortunately axes do not work that way. Unroll builds up. TNT here would be great, but I doubt at this point in the game we have any, as they basically just straight up built from mid. This is actually leans, not unroll building up. Mix them up. Unrolls back here. 67 gets a tap. Obviously no one off the edge there, but backs him up a little bit. For probably the first time this entire game, though, we do have a situation where it looks like Unroll lagged out there, unfortunately, just kind of chilling. But we have a situation where Losqueso has just complete control of mid, and they've had it for a while. So they will have a very significant gear advantage in the next minute or two here, even if Xin takes over mid. 6-7 with a nice little dodge there. NPC has a regen hat. Not anymore. Senhino with a couple axes. 6-7's one hit away. They do go down there. If you're sending a message to me, I don't know if you're listening to stream or not, Kovio, but I'm not a mod and I am also streaming, so I can't really do anything about someone cheating. I was gonna say similar thing at this base here with the no defense, but we do finally have some wood going down. A minor fatigue totem as well will help. Minor fatigue totem is interesting because it's debatable depending on how big the defense is, whether it's worth breaking this before building or building yourself in or something. Makes it interesting. NPC gets beaten up there. Leans has only leather armor but a diamond sword. So they're going to be hitting real hard here. Seeing the same thing this whole game. I haven't seen any member of Xin on this gen the entire game, which is big. There are these diamond gens to the sides, which are actually not being picked up right now, so Xin could grab a little bit if they needed to. But obviously you want to have just some central control of mid, ideally. Unroll and 6-7 somewhere along the map. Traded. Killed themselves. You know, I teach for a living. If they were hearing me say 6-7 this many times, it would be terrible. Horrible. NPCs are going to make a break for the bed again. Probably trying to get, if you remember, NPC did get the bed in both of the previous games. Getting on the bridge again. We do have two members and a defense here. I would be kind of shocked if NPC was able to do anything here. They have the knockback resistance helmet is what that one is. If you guys can hear dogs barking, I apologize. It's how life goes. NPC gets knocked back. You do have Supers who is pushing up, but without armor against a diamond sword. I mean, they had armor, but leather armor against a diamond sword might as well be no armor. Do have leans go down in a trade over here, but if you look at the kill feed, it's a lot of Xin dying and a lot of Losqueso not dying. Like I said last game, they've been playing real well. They've been PvPing very well. If they succeed, if they don't let their bed get broken at a random instance here, they will do totally well. And I am confident that they have an ability. Oh, I didn't see that someone was at this base. Oh, I apologize. But somewhere along the way there, ATW gets a bed. One member goes down. Not down, actually clutched. That was a good clutch from NPC, but Kobio does go down. Supers almost definitely goes down here as they're just getting crit out in leather armor. For the first time, there's another one there. Two more. I stand corrected. So, that's what I was saying before, where although Xin absolutely played incredibly, especially for the first two games, third game as well, and they did win the match, that last game 100% matters, because there is this big old three-way tie in second, third, and fourth place right now. And getting one score there, getting 1 point there versus getting 3-0'd could be very important for the moving forward stages here. So if I were Losqueso, I would be happy with that. That was basically the perfect way you could end that. First game, you kind of got destroyed. Second game, I think you played better, but egg got broken early, bed got broken early, and then wasn't really recoverable. Third game, put it all together. So I think they played real well. Xin is one of the top teams in this tournament, I'd say, based on the standings. So being able to put that kind of performance in the last game, totally something to be proud of. But at the end of the day, winner of our match today in 2-1 fashion is Team Zin, or the Zin clan. So well played to them. I will, just so the end of stream card looks proper, I'll add the 1 here. And I believe for our Saturday today, that's the last game we're going to have. Can check that real quick so I can advertise if I want to, but nope. Looks like at this point, the next closest one we'll have one in, what is that, 20 hours? Something like that. We'll have one for me tomorrow morning on Sunday. See someone there. But otherwise, have a good day slash night slash whatever. I'm not going to list all the time spans. Have a good one.